We might have just witnessed one of the best COD champs we have seen in a long time. What is up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Enjoyed your weekend. There was a lot of esports, and CDL was certainly one of them. Today, we break down how OpTic Gaming are now your latest 2024 Call of Duty World Champions, and it was insane, guys. Right from the get-go, this event was so spicy, so drama-filled, storyline heavy, and I don't think it could have ended any better for Call of Duty League fans. And very quickly, before we get into this, going into COD champs, it was 4 teams that really was drawing eyes. No offense to their teams out there. There were only 4 that really, to a lot of people, had a chance to take this thing home. You have Subliners coming off a win, and of course, past COD champs. They were a favorite team. Then you have Ultra and FaZe, who are so consistent, have been for years. I would say your other 2 top favorites. And of those 4 teams, for me personally, OpTic was the least favored of those 4, given their past major. You go from winning one to getting last place. People didn't know what OpTic to expect, and it all came down to that first matchup. The only upset of day one, well, OpTic first, they break the ice, so they're looking good, but Toronto Ultra, of all teams, they take their place down to losers bracket, which stunned a lot of people.
Thieves have all 4 players are going to be in the mix. Ghost is going to spawn with them, and it is going to be a tie game going towards new Ultra. 1 break to keep your series alive.
We find out what both our teams are made of right here, folks. Thieves are in. The clock is now ticking. The doomsday clock for 1. Oh my God, they're all down! All 4! The Thieves have called game! 3rd time was the charm. There's your upset!
And then on day 2, the team to join them in losers bracket was Atlanta FaZe, and you're like, this is not the COD event that we expected. And OpTic Gaming, they make their way all the way to grand finals through that upper bracket, but not without some extremely close run-ins. Like, this was 1 match away, 1 map away from being a very different tournament at all times, and that's what made it so sick, as they don't breeze by LA Thieves. Very close back and forth, and then do the same to Subliners, so OpTic find their way to grand finals.
Ancestral, the corner, but Diamond Cut saves a life. Last kill is good, and OpTic storm the main stage with a 3-0. That's gotta feel so.
Yeah, watch for Pred again. He's been so clutch in some of these scenarios. Playing from that island roll, and Trep again. Did he get blooded? Pred on the pinch into a 2-on-3, but it's Nasty and Joe deceives. And again, not gonna play around the objective, you're gonna play around the kills. This time, it looked to pay off.
It's all down to Nasty. He's been spotted. He's been dropped. OpTic with the reverse sweep.
And then we had Toronto versus Atlanta so early on in the lower bracket. I don't remember the last time we saw both these teams this early on in the lower bracket, but it was a matchup everyone was super excited for. Even the Call of Duty broadcast knew what we were excited for. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen any esports broadcast show, as they show the partners of Scrap and Draza, who we've broken down multiple times in this channel, having some of the biggest beef ever in esports involving partners and players. It's like, obviously Draws and Scrap don't like each other, and nor do their partners, and so Call of Duty broadcast put those partners on the screen, on the big screen, for like a minute straight, and they just have at it.
Oh, yesterday. We'll see if maybe you'll get something better here.
Just some family members and friends.
They're best friends.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. So as we were talking about the drama on the matchup here with Scrap and Draws, yeah, it is extended to loved ones.
We just
Pets,
play Call of Duty here.
Everything. Yeah, no, it's more than Call of Duty.
But then it's Toronto sweeping FaZe at COD champs. Maybe the last time we see that trio, but it's just time and time again throughout all of champs. Something crazy was happening, a matchup or an upset or a close, game 5, maybe around 11. It was so good.
This draws on Sip, it's the other. You find both kills. You snap, but you fall. They get 1 to stagger it before they fall, though, and then the BZ is next up to bat. 9 lives remaining.
Again, nobody at tank, though. So look, Insight's gonna follow it up. Scrap's the next man, but Insight is through. You're finding some early picks though. 35 seconds here for Ultra.
This would be such an insane hold, and they're so close to doing it. 9v9 now in the lives department. Under 30 to go. You chow out, but Scrap just keeps on shooting. BT shrugs that one.
Here we go.
Off.
It's a 4-man push-up B.
Here we go. Here we go. Cell back to full HP. Cell gonna get caught though. They're trying to funnel back. They're on to the point. It's going. It's going. It's done. It's done. Phaser out. Ultra win.
And then you have Toronto face off against Subliners. Another game 5. Ultimately, Subliners, they join OpTic Gaming for your Sunday grand finals. They bring out the old OpTic Sunday whites, and it's hype. And especially because you also have New York's coach. You know, he's like, hey, we have no threats. And I think they had reason to be confident. New York's run was subpar to none out there, and they were looking nuts. Like, I actually... if I had to bet, even if it's map advantage, like I was thinking like Subliners were going to at least keep this close. That's what I thought. But evidently when it comes to COD champs, it is tough to get a close matchup in a best of 9 for the most part, unless you're reverse sweeping.
3 players now from OpTic are going to be here. Eyes on one. Preg, Shanti, Kenny, everybody strikes. Down the skies! Down the skies! It's happening! The running there! The trophy's in place! OpTic stacks the points. Second segment on the way. Under a hail of gunfire. Dashy's there. Kenny holds it for not much longer. New York survive. This is unbelievable resolve right now from the Subliners. But 17-9 in the life count. OpTic can win this in one of 2 ways. They can taste it. You can feel it in the venue.
So close yet so far. And now far from the A zone. Go New York. Drive into the heart of OpTic.
And no one right now for New York can afford to die. Trades for OpTic rolling through. 12v6.
Back to Old Faithful by the bridge. He holds that line.
You need the nerd spots to work. You need it to be on point. OpTic taking space on the map. They're looking to set up this push. This is the final kill.
5 remaining. Dashy's in. Well, lightning strike twice for New York. Over to Pred. It's starting to happen. New York are down. OpTic Gaming are the champions of the world.
And it was OpTic who broke the ice to start the event. It was OpTic somehow winning SNDs, and it was OpTic looking insane. It almost was like it was meant to be with that home crowd that travels so well, but especially when you're in Texas and OpTic is putting on the event, you knew going into Sunday they were going to have the home crowd advantage on their side, but they had to at least win rounds to even use that crowd to their advantage. And that they did in dominant fashion, taking this best of 9, 5-1 over Subliners and claiming your Call of Duty 2024 world title. And so many people taking to social media, when you have OpTic at their best in Call of Duty, it is a point in time for esports that's great for everyone because you see so many fans come out. You got Scump saying his things. You got all the OpTic Texas boys taking to Twitter as well. So many clips out there, so many incredible tweets and images and videos of this moment and just showcasing what it truly means, not just to be an OpTic fan, but when Call of Duty is at its best, these are the moments that move in esports. And it was just super cool, man, and super hype. Because we were at EVO all weekend long, and I was also on my phone watching CDL all weekend long, and so many great matchups. It was insane, man. It was so fun to watch. Call of Duty is so back, but especially when OpTic is doing well, how can you have a bad event? I don't think it's possible.
Here in your home state.
Well, first I gotta say my voice is a little coarse. I've been yelling, but none of this would be happening. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for every single brick in the green fucking wall. I mean, the resilience from this team, having the major that they had. We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about today and what these men have done here today. Let's go. This one, like all of them, is for every single one of you. That's it.
And also a quick shouts during this whole time. I believe it was Scump who was giving shouts to Hecz in his YouTube channel. Finally, OpTic Texas and OpTic Gaming win a World Champs title again. And he finally passed 1 million subs on YouTube, which was also a cool little side thing to see. I've been watching Hecz for over 5 years now on YouTube at least, and I've been waiting for him to pass that 1 million sub hump for a long time. But at the end of the day, it was incredible. Some amazing esports this past weekend, guys. Thank you all for watching. What did you think about this, and what was the biggest surprise of this COD Champs, and what was your favorite part? Till next time, drink up, water, coffee. We'll see you back here soon. Okay, bye.